Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So before I start talking about these interesting scenarios that are being flashed looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame, I want you guys to quickly destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much. Now what I want you guys to do is to simply look at this 21 weekly exponential moving average and the weekly RSI, because in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin was in an uptrend, you can see we were always above this red line, which was the 21 weekly EMA. I mean, whenever the price of Bitcoin was above this 21 weekly EMA, the price of Bitcoin was clearly in an uptrend. But when the price of Bitcoin lost the support from this 21 weekly EMA, what happened after that? This exact line, which previously acted as a support, acted as a resistance. And as long as the price remained below the 21 weekly EMA, you can see the trend continued here to the downside. And whenever we were able to find support above it, you can see what has happened in the past price action. The price of Bitcoin after that has always showed impulsive movement. And now, in our case, the price of Bitcoin was above this 21 weekly EMA. But now, if we look at this carefully, unfortunately, we are below it. But this weekly candle looks like it could be coming back to test the support line one more time. I mean, the 21 weekly EMA, which is sitting around 27,200 to 27,300 before we choose a trend duration. I mean, the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term might show further impulsiveness, get attracted in between 27,000 to 28,000 before choosing a trend duration, because we know this exact line, whenever we were below it, acted as a line of resistance. I mean, in the past price action, remaining below the 21 weekly EMA has also acted as a resistance. And at the same time, we also have a weekly bearish divergence, which we are not allowed to forget. While the price here is forming higher highs, you can see RSI here is forming lower highs. So this is definitely a sign of weakness, and also could be a sign that we should be careful for the coming days, because even if we do see any sort of an impulsiveness, price getting attracted in between 27 to 28,000, as long as we remain below this key line, right, we are not allowed to get excited, because any sort of an impulsive movement could still fake out, and price after that could be heading towards to form support around the next area of confluence, which is between 21,000 to 20,000 before choosing a trend duration. And not just only this, even if we look at this in a daily time frame, we know the price of Bitcoin right now in a daily is forming a bullish divergence. In a weekly, this is a bearish divergence, but in a daily we are forming a bullish divergence, which is indicating us there might be some more range bound price showing furthermore shakeout, but at the end get attracted towards this horizontal trend line, the previous high, right, before deciding the trend duration. And this horizontal trend line is also sitting around 27,700. So you can see, guys, 27,000 to 28,000 will be looked as our upcoming target, as long as the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term remains above 26,000. Yes, if we can find proper support above 26,000, then the price of Bitcoin is expected to show further continuation like this, a retracement around that area, and then slow move here towards the 28,000 before choosing an actual trend duration. Because if we look at the RSI has managed to come across 50. MACD is still bullish. TTCCI has also started appearing in a positive territory, which is a good sign. So in the medium short term, if the price of Bitcoin manages to remain over 26,000, find support above it, or let's say close the daily candle above it, then there could be another continuation here to the upside, where we could be getting attracted towards 28,000 before choosing a trend duration. And we know parallelly the price of Bitcoin is also forming this broadening bottom formation. This broadening bottom looks very interesting, because the line which previously acted as a line of resistance is holding us around 26,300, 26,400 range. So if the price of Bitcoin finds support above 26,500, or even above this previous temporary resistance line, right, everything is okay. But if we lose the support here, then this will be looked as a double top formation. Yes guys, this will be looked as a double top formation with the price objective around 25,800 to 25,850 range. Yes, this will be looked as our price objective if the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term fails to remain above this upper trend line, which previously acted as a resistance. And we know if we do remain above that area, means the price objective is again going to be in between 27,000 to 28,000 before choosing a trend duration. And now let me show you with another example why the resistance which you have in between 27 to 28,000 is so important, is because that's also the resistance line from this September CPR, top, central, bottom CPR line. This line acts as a resistance because the price is below it, but when the price is above it, this exact line acts as a support. So in our case, if you look at this carefully, the price of Bitcoin looks like it is breaking the support from this 26,500 range, because that's the support from this bottom CPR line. And now if it's going to show further more weakness, then as I showed you with the previous example, this will be playing out as a double top formation. And as soon as we break the support which you have around this horizontal trend line, then we could be witnessing another continuation here to the downside, where the price could be coming back to this the support around 25,800 before showing another direction. But for now, we are still above 26,000, so please do not panic. But if we fail to break out of this key line and price also fails to hold the support around 26,000, then we have to be careful, because in that case, this horizontal trend line might be attracting us instead of this falling trend line. I mean, this falling trend line, just like here from the past price action, always attracted the price before it got rejected. In our case, we have already been rejected twice. So if the price in the medium short term does show further weakness, then please be careful, because this horizontal trend line might be attracting us. But what we want the price of Bitcoin to do is to remain over 26,000 and also get attracted around this falling trend line, because breaking out from this trend line could result in another bullish continuation like this, because this is exactly what we witness here. So once the price of Bitcoin breaks out from this falling trend line, just like here from the past price action, then we are expecting the price of Bitcoin for the coming days to be bullish. But remaining below 28,000 could turn the price of Bitcoin bearish even after some bullish movement what could be playing out here in the medium short term. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin is holding some of the key line of support which have around 25,000 in a weekly time frame, right? And this line previously also acted as a line of support and resistance. So in our case, if the price of Bitcoin does hold this line, forming a perfect double bottom type of formation like this, right? A double bottom type of formation, and price after breaking the neckline around 27,000 to 28,000, starting with another continuation to the upside. But for us, this weekly candle is super important, because in the past price action, when we had a very similar support candle, what followed after that, a very bullish candle. So this is something what we are also expecting to play out here if the price in a weekly time frame remains above 25,000. In a smaller time frame, 26,000. In a bigger frame, 25,000. But we are not allowed to break below that. And if we do break below that range, then we know what is happening here. The price of Bitcoin could be following this rising wedge with the price objective around 21,000 to 20,000 before choosing a trend direction, because we know rising wedge is a bearish continuation pattern. And if the price in our case fails to find proper support over 28,000, then this impulsive move, what could be playing out here, will be looked as a fake out, and price of Bitcoin after that is expected to show another continuation here to the downside. And now, even if we look at this horizontal trend line or the support line, once this support line, this horizontal trend line support gets broken, where do we have the next support? Around 24,000 range, and last but not the least, the support which you have around 21,000 range. So that is another reason why the price in a bigger frame must remain above 25,000, and in a smaller time frame, 26,000 must hold the price. And even if we do see shakeout, even if the price after some bullish movement around 27,000, 28,000 does get rejected, then you know this lower trend line might be attracting us. And we also have a CME gap around 20,000. So if we feel the CME gap You know what I'm actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to do after that, even after some bigger shakeout. Let's look at the retracement. Price retracement, if we do see another continuation to the downside around 21,000, you can see 20%, 21% move could be still there, right? And price after that is expected to show another continuation to the upside. So this is what I see looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame using different scenarios. So if the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term manages to overcome the resistance from this 21 weekly EMA, then I think the upcoming days for Bitcoin is going to be bullish. But failing to break out from this 21 weekly EMA could result in another bearish continuation, just like this one here, or even from this 2018. So this is it for today, guys. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now, by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.